Masters of Biloxi are hot, and the action will be explosive as championships and pride are on the line. Can Paul Orndorff defend his television championship against Big Ron Simmons? Is WCW's Iron Man ravishing Rick Rude or Young Lion Dustin Rhodes? Will the trash-talking Hollywood Blondes withstand the challenge of Horsemen Anderson and Roma? Who holds the ultimate power in WCW? The evil masters of the Powerbomb or the Superpowers? And will history be made tonight as Nature Boy Ric Flair attempts to walk that aisle one more time? World Championship Wrestling presents Beach Blast!
Welcome to the Mississippi Coast Coliseum as a tidal wave of wrestling excitement hits the Gulf of Mexico. It's Beach Blast 93 coming your way only on pay-per-view. 4 title matches to be decided. The big main event, Masters of the Powerbomb taking on the Superpowers. Hello everybody, I'm Eric Bischoff along with the lovely Missy Hyatt. Missy, this is the one we've been waiting for.
That's right, but you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the first match, and I'm waiting for you and me going and having a pina colada.
Oh man, there is so much going on. The Iron Man Challenge, the match is going to determine the new, undisputed U.S. Heavyweight Championship. Ric Flair walking that aisle, hoping for the 10th time to become the NWA Champion. It is going to be a tremendous, tremendous night of hard-hitting wrestling action, and I, for one, am very glad to be a part of it. How about you?
I am really excited.
Tremendous crowd on hand. Without any further delay, let's get down to Tony Schiavone and Jesse the Body Ventura.
All right, Eric Bischoff. The summer is red hot. It's red hot here in Biloxi. No, I am not beside of Jesse the Body Ventura. I do understand Jesse is here somewhere, but I cannot find him. I wonder if it's possible if we can locate Jesse the Body. Oh, I do understand we do have Jesse somewhere. All right, well, let's see if we can't find Jesse the Body Ventura right now. Jesse, where are you? Wait a minute. No, that's not Jesse.
What?
Jesse.
What?
Jesse, we are on the air.
We are?
Yes. The first match is getting ready to get in the ring.
It is?
Yes. Why don't you say your goodbyes and come on down to ringside?
Nah, Tony, I don't say goodbye because we're not finished yet. I'll tell you what. I'm going to come down, I'm going to do Beach Blast, but I'm going to keep my 4 ladies with me because when it's all over, we got other things to do, Tony. But for right now, Beach Blast is #1. I'm on my way down.
All right, well, as Jesse the Body Ventura is making his way down to the ringside location, what a tremendous program we have. And of course, there is only one. Here he is, Jesse the Body Ventura, making his way to our ringside location. Take a look at this. Make sure, there you go, make sure you have all the ladies with you. Beach Blast 93, and like Eric and Missy said at the top of our telecast, the excitement of World Championship Wrestling is here, and I guess the glamour of World Championship Wrestling as well. Well, as Jesse makes his, hey, why don't we keep the ladies and send Jesse back? Anybody thought about that? Come on, Jess. Jess, get over here, please. We have a match to do. We have to start this program.
I barely made it, Tony, but I'll tell you, these girls are going to hang around till after Beach Blast, and then we're going to continue where we left off. And you can't ask where we left off.
I don't know what to say. Let's go to the ring as we begin Beach Blast from Biloxi! Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first contest of Beach Blast. It is for the World Television Championship. It is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. With the additional stipulation, if Mr. Wonderful is disqualified, he will lose the World Television Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Warner Robins, Georgia, weighing 278 pounds, the All-American Ron Simmons.
Simmons, the All-American, his shot at becoming the World Television Champion here, Jesse, on Beach Blast. Biloxi welcomes WCW World Championship Wrestling. We have fans not only from the southern part of Mississippi, but from Louisiana, Alabama, all here at Biloxi.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent. He is from Tampa, Florida. He weighs 251 pounds, and he is the World Television Champion, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
Yeah! The champion, here he comes, making his way to Beach Blast, Tony. The World Television Champion, Mr. Wonderful. And of course, the chance of Paula start up here in Biloxi.
Well, Jesse, as you know, and as our fans know, Gary Capetta announced it during this match. If Orndorff gets disqualified, he will lose the title to Ron Simmons. And people here in Biloxi are expecting an upset from the challenger right here.
Well, I've said it before, Tony, and I'll say it again. I think it's ridiculous that these lawyers, these WCW lawyers, come up with these rules against Mr. Wonderful, that if he's disqualified, he loses the television title. That if it goes more than 10 minutes, he can lose. They're always coming up with these stipulations because Mr. Wonderful is so successful and he's unpopular. It's that simple.
Well, this all started on an edition of, well, there's a little stinger chanting Paula. This all started on an edition of WCW Saturday Night when Ron Simmons went after the World Television title held by Paul Orndorff. It was a match where the title was on the line the first 10 minutes only. Listen to the fans. Tearing up one of those Paula pennants. Orndorff is nothing less than irate here. Nevertheless, Jesse, in that match, Ron won the match, but he pinned Orndorff after the 10 minutes for the World TV title to be up and expired. He went on to win the match. They had a rematch. Orndorff used a foreign object, if you will, to get disqualified. He has done that on many occasions since then, using the disqualification rule to his advantage. That's why the disqualification rule has been waived. He will lose. Not only that, he can lose the title as well.
Well, believe me, Mr. Wonderful's prepared. He's the type of guy when the odds are put against him, it makes him that much tougher. There you see the Paula signs.
In addition, we had a clash of the champions.
Oh, and Simmons hits him before the bell. Now, what kind of sportsmanship is that, Shivani? Typical Bobby Bowden, Florida State football. That's what you got right there.
They are going at it, and finally, Simmons rolls Orndorff in the ring, and this match is underway. Simmons wasting no time, getting the offense going here early on, and down goes Orndorff. And a big elbow.
Simmons caught Mr. Wonderful with the elbow, the submarine Pearl Harbor job that Ron Simmons known for. Whoa, and he catches Wonderful with the drop kick again.
And we get a cover, we get a 2 count. Back in the month of June, Orndorff rolls on the outside. Back in the month of June during our Clash of the Champions live event from Norfolk, Virginia, Orndorff sustained an injury that prevented him from defending the title against Ron Simmons, a groin injury. Dick Slater subbed for Orndorff. He was at ringside. They did their best to try to get to Ron Simmons, but Simmons prevailed in that match. So this match is happening here at Beach Blast, and Orndorff fully recovered from that groin injury, and that can be a very slow healing injury, Jess, as you know.
It can be slow healing, but I spoke to Mr. Wonderful before the matches early this morning, Tony, because you know I was tied up all afternoon. I barely got here.
You sure were.
Literally tied up. Anyway, Mr. Wonderful told me early this morning that his groin injury is fine, that he's 100% healed from it. He's 100%, and Mr. Ron Simmons right there is going to be in for everything he can handle from the World Television Champion. Look at that nice drop toe hold by one. Whoa, he missed the elbow.
Gave Simmons plenty of opportunity to move out of the way when he took a head of steam off of the near side ropes.
I've had just an exhausting day today, Tony.
Well, you shouldn't do things like that before it's time to work. I know we can have fun when we go out and we go to places like Biloxi, but I mean,
I can't help it, Tony. It just happens. I
the
don't mean for it to, but it does, just like Mr. Wonderful. He don't mean for all these people to yell Paula at him. It just happens.
the pitfalls of being a Hollywood star, huh?
And good looking.
The hammerlock and
Oh, and nice elbow by Wonderful. And I'll tell you what, Ron Simmons is finding out right now, he ain't got no college face mask to protect him anymore. This is wrestling. You don't wear helmets here.
into the corner. Simmons moved out of the way. Simmons has been one step ahead in this match with the quickness, and that's why he has been able to come back every time Orndorff has an offensive flurry here.
Well, so far, nothing close to a disqualification.
Well, you know, certainly Orndorff will have to rethink his strategy, the strategy that he has employed over the past couple of months.
Now, what happens if Simmons gets disqualified?
Then the match is over. Then he won't win the title.
And Wonderful jumps on the back. He's got a sleeper. Whoa, and a beautiful belly-to-back suplex coming out of the buckle by Mr. Wonderful. And a stop to the face. And now Mr. Wonderful, after being submarined at the beginning of the matchup, Wonderful has changed the tide. He's going up to the top, Tony.
Fans are on him, but Simmons moves out of the way. And Orndorff hurt himself that time, Jess. The left knee.
He hurt the ankle and the knee. The foot came down first, and I think that caused the ankle to twist and pop the knee. And Simmons, typical of every Florida State Seminole, sees the opening, sees the cheap shot to the injured knee, and goes after it.
Simmons, I don't think you can call that a cheap shot, Jess. That's smart wrestling right there. That's something you would do and have done.
Never intentionally tried to hurt somebody, Tony. I was a sportsman. You're laughing.
Yes, at you. Not at the predicament that Paul Orndorff is in right now. Simmons right above us. And that muscular frame right down on the leg and the knee. Randy Anderson, the referee assigned to this first match. And Orndorff, the world television champion, is in major trouble. And Simmons going for a figure four leg lock here.
He couldn't quite get the leg over the top, and Wonderful saw it coming, got to the ropes, and Mr. Wonderful's bailing out.
A little bit too close to the ropes. Yes, you're exactly right.
Oh, and look at this.
Now, he better watch himself here.
Ron Simmons wanted to take it to the floor. Whoa, right on our TV monitor. And this is Simmons' fault. He decided to come out to the floor, and Mr. Wonderful caught him coming through the ropes. And I got to tell you this. I think if the fight goes to the floor, Tony, the advantage is Mr. Wonderful's.
Well, once again, Jesse, he needs to be careful. The disqualification rule has been waived. And that means that if something happens on the outside, like he throws his head deliberately into the steel rail out here, then he could get disqualified. Now the reverse chin lock is applied.
I think what Wonderful really wanted to do there,
and what is that?
he wanted to give Ron Simmons a look at himself on the TV monitor, close up.
Well, that could have been it.
Bent his head down there and popped it right on top and said, look.
Once again, Orndorff trying to wear down the challenger here on our opening bout at Beach Blast 93. Good to have you with us wherever you are. Coming to you live from Biloxi, Mississippi, and the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. There's a knee and a high knee now, big knee lift.
And Mr. Wonderful derailing Ron Simmons.
Are you surprised that Simmons has not tried to focus on the growing injury of Orndorff and wear him down that way? Because I know he's fully recovered, but hey, why not focus on an old injury?
Because it's just that, Tony, an old injury. Maybe better to create a new injury.
Maybe so.
He did go after the leg. You saw when Wonderful missed off the top, Simmons immediately went after the knee area. Ron Simmons drilling close fisting. Now, why isn't the referee admonishing him for that? This is not a no disqualification match. Oh, and he runs into the foot of Mr. Wonderful.
He was admonishing him head first, and now Orndorff with a cover. No, sir. Simmons got away.
Who was?
Randy Anderson was. He was saying, back it away, giving him a 5 count.
Huh.
Are we watching the same match here, for crying out loud?
Are we watching the same referee?
Yes, we are.
Where is he? Oh, there he is, way over to the right over there.
Randy Anderson is one of the better referees you'll find in this sport. A ring veteran checking in now as you take a look at this tremendous crowd, jam-packed here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. I mean, it's hot outside, but it's cool inside for Beach Blast as you take a good look at the World Television Champion, Paul Orndorff.
And I can verify it, Tony. It is indeed hot outside. Bodies sweating everywhere out there.
Elbow, please, Jesse. Into the midsection. Fans are trying to get on Orndorff still by chanting Paula, many of them here.
Orndorff's focused on the match now. I don't think their chants are going to do anything to him.
I think you're right.
Tony, what is it that you have on your nose?
My nose burns very easily, so when I'm down here in the south around the beach, I always put zinc oxide on my nose, Jeff.
But you're never out in the sun. Your body looks like a guy with makeup all over it.
Power slam 1, 2, no!
Whoa.
Oh my!
Almost scored the upset on Mr. Wonderful.
That was the closest near fall of this match. Warning from Randy Anderson about the clenched fist, and that one was right to the throat.
Orndorff ain't hitting him with a fist. I think he thumbed him that time. Right in the throat.
Sunset flip, 2-in. That's all. Orndorff got out in 2. The World TV title is on the line. And Orndorff and the challenger, Ron Simmons, giving it their all. Disqualification rule has been waived.
Which, of course, means, whoa, Orndorff misses the drop kick. Which, of course, means if Mr. Wonderful gets disqualified, he can lose the TV title.
And now Simmons.
Look at the fist. Now, where's the referee? Is he doing anything? No. Don't you tell me he's admonishing somebody.
Big clothesline from Simmons. And now Simmons may be on the verge of winning a World Television Championship. The former heavyweight champion of the world covers. No, that was close.
And that was a fast count. These referees, you don't mind if their counts are fast or slow as long as they're the same for each guy. Good looking suplex there by Simmons. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Wonderful's got the arm over the rope.
Too close to the rope. Simmons thought he had it. He thought it was over. Now Simmons is very upset.
He's pleading his case with Randy Anderson.
He needs to go back and continue the match.
And Orndorff just thumbed him. Little tricks of the trade you learn, like a boxer can get that thumb in the opponent's eye. Wonderful going for the pile driver.
Simmons, he hooked the ropes with his feet that time.
Oh, that's a backdrop over the top. That's a disqualification. Bring it. Yes.
They are going to disqualify Ron Simmons apparently here.
As they should.
He lifted him over the top of the pile driver.
No. Orndorff was going for the pile driver. Simmons reversed it into a backdrop and backdropped Wonderful over the top rope, which is an automatic disqualification, Tony.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It backfired.
the official decision, Ron Simmons has been disqualified for an over-the-top rope. The winner and still World Television Champion, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
Whoa, and Orndorff took a right hand. It's not over yet, Tony.
Simmons has that TV title belt. So Orndorff is still the World Television Champion. Ron Simmons had his shot out of the pile driver, tried to elevate him, and he did, all the way out of the ring. And it's a very tough situation for Ron Simmons because that was unintentional.
Well, let's go back to a Beach Blast replay right here. Here's the disqualification. An intentional throw over the top right there by Ron Simmons. He reversed from the pile driver, intentionally threw Mr. Wonderful over the top. Good call by the referee, in my opinion, Tony. A smart and correct call. Orndorff remains the World Television Champion.
All right, so we begin things, and we are having a great time. You know, we have... That looks good.
What is this stuff on your face, Tony?
We still have the NWA title to go, the World Tag Team Championship to go. We are going to see Lord Steven Regal, and everyone here is waiting for the Masters of the Power Bomb against the WCW Superpowers. We've said it so many times. It's going to get down not only to a match, Jesse, but a match of survival for Sting and Davey Boy Smith. And I know you thought they should have taken those tickets and said goodbye to this sport and left this match and this Beach Blast all alone.
Yeah, they could have gone to Tahiti. They were on the Colonel and Harley Race offered them tickets anywhere in the world. But they chose to let their egos get in the way, Tony, and they may pay for it tonight.
What a great match we'll have as Ric Flair and Barry Windham collide. Animosity that began from Flair's first time back at WCW, back at Super Brawl. We were there, Flair's at ringside, when Barry won the NWA title, went in to snap the belt on him, and that's when it all started right there.
It all started, you know, when Flair gets the shot tonight to become 10-time NWA World Champion, but I'm not so sure he can pull it off, Tony.
Enough talking, let's start butting heads as we go back to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, tag team action, set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Denver, Colorado, weighing 231 pounds, Gold Scorpio. His tag team partner, WCW Magazine Rookie of the Year, Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
Oh, yeah. What's that, the beat shuffle?
I don't know, but we're switching quick from Too Cold Scorpio and Marcus Alexander Bagwell to head to a Texican beach.
And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents from Amarillo, Texas, the team of Tex Lasinger and Shanghai Pierce.
Wonder how them two cowboys feel walking through that beach right there. That's a little bit, that's really not their style. Unless you're down in Corpus Christi.
No, they're used to more going barefoot in the horse manure. Letting that squeeze up between the toes.
All right, we have all the makings for what should be a great tag team match in our second match here in Beach Blast. Too Cold and Bagwell against Tex and Shanghai. And you're talking about an important match for both these teams. This is a very important match, a big, big match for both teams here, Jeff.
Absolutely, because both of these teams are on the pinnacle. They're right on the verge of becoming top contenders for the World Tag Team Championship. The winner, of course, is going to move up. The losers, I'm afraid, are going to be temporarily disrailed.
Want to remind you the Wrestling Hotline going on right now, featuring Gordon Soley and Michael Hayes with play-by-play. At the end tonight, after the broadcast ends, I'll have a special mystery guest to answer live your phone calls. That's the Wrestling Hotline. Give them a call. They're on right now as we are set to go.
By the way, Tony, how'd you like those four babes I had with me?
I liked them, Jesse.
See, if you'd hang out with me more, some of it might rub off.
Why don't you invite me? Set to go. Boy, the Texans, as you take a look at Too Cold and Bagwell, are certainly taking their good old time here. What type of strategy we got here, Jess?
Well, obviously, the Texans are going to try to slow the match down. They're going to try to cut the ring off. And, of course, Bagwell and Too Cold, they want the match to be wide open. They want high aerial tactics, and they want to try to... Got a little cheerleading going on here. Biloxi don't care for Texicans too much.
Well, they're not really that far away from the Texas border, just right on across Louisiana, but they're a long way from Amarillo. I can tell you that.
Maybe that's why they don't care for Texicans.
All right, it'll be Bagwell and the masked man Shanghai Pierce, who's been very impressive since he first arrived in WCW. Pierce, the real power man of this team.
Texas! There you go! Pop! Marcus Alex.
Biloxi, all right. That's what they're saying, Biloxi.
Hey, I can't complain. I did all right in Biloxi. Whoa, and a big shoulder can't take the Texican off his feet. A second one.
Oh, the quickness again of Bagwell. Ducks low. Whoa, flying body press. And Shanghai out before. The referee can make a count. Tex in. Oh, great teamwork.
Oh, and look at the double teaming by Too Cold and Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
Marcus Bagwell was Rookie of the Year in his first year in WCW, but he's come so far since then.
Whoa, and they tried a fancy move, and did it backfire? That's what you get, Tony. You want to do that fancy stuff, you can get caught.
Too Cold trying to elevate himself. And we got a fight going on the rampway. The Texans down low. Bagwell, Too Cold, in charge of things. Here at Beach Blast. They still have the advantage though, Jess, fancy or not.
Oh yeah, but they missed a move that could have been devastating to them. You get fancy moves like that with the Too Cold aerial stuff, maybe 9 times out of 10 it works. But there's that one time it won't. You can see Bagwell checking on Too Cold, making sure he's okay. And as you said, Tony, right now, Bagwell and Too Cold are dictating the pace of the match. The Texicans want to slow it down, and that's what they're doing now.
I guess Tex wants a little bit of Too Cold here. So, the youngster out of Colorado more than willing to get in there against Tex Slazenger. Is that a little two-step right there, you think? Well, he back to his corner, did Tex Slazenger.
The two-step, that's that goat roper dance, right?
Side headlock. Collision goes to the Texan.
As 9 times out of 10 it will.
Yep. Something that Too Cold does not want to do. He wants to get him. He wants to continue his move. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
He backdropped him so far on that his feet hit the top rope. And he landed hard, Tony.
If that had happened maybe a couple of feet more to the left, he would have gone all the way to the runway there, Jess. Scorpios.
Look at this.
Blocked him. Scorpio. 1, 2, no sir.
Whoa, and a drop kick flush on the face. Arm drag takedown.
So Scorpio using the quickness to get the advantage here. Some Texas fans in the background there. As here we go. Double team. Bagwell got the tag, gets a 2. And goes to the arm one more time. Oh boy, too close to the big Texan that time, Jeff. And he paid for it.
Yep. And there's the tag. Here comes Shanghai. Oh, he got caught in the drop toe hold. Bagwell had enough instinct and played possum well enough. Pierce charged into the ring and Marcus caught him.
Shanghai with a head of steam again. Bagwell up top, down low. Up top, stairs again, and a yes! Tremendous move on the right side. Arm drag takedown. Boy, Bagwell is looking great.
Well, right now, I'll admit it, Tony, the Texicans are being out-wrestled. Bagwell and Too Cold with the advantage in the early going here, but then again, it might be their youth.
Well, I think so, and once again, back to Bagwell, the youngster. It seems like he improves not only every month, but every match we see him in. He gets better each and every time, but he got slammed hard that time. But he's, once again.
He recovers.
Yes, he does.
Tex Slasinger comes in and he catches him and snaps him down with an arm drag and immediately back to the arm bar.
Yes, it's not going to be long before we either see Bagwell and Too Cold with a tag belt, or we see Bagwell with a singles title. 1, 2, not a 2 count, and the youngster, look at him. He's back on the offense again. He is staying right with this match.
Yeah, right, Tony, and I'll have hair in a year.
Too close to Shanghai Pierce. And Slasinger using all the weight right down the throat, regardless how good you are. When a big, near 300-pound guy steps on your windpipe, you're going to feel it. And Slasinger now, oh, right down on the arm. And that's a move that can separate a shoulder, Jess.
Absolutely. And then turns it over into a legal hammerlock right there, puts the head in behind it to drive it with more power. Now dropping the knees on that elbow. There's a quick tag, and Shanghai going up. Comes off with a foot. Bagwell's in trouble now, Tony.
Shanghai Pierce driving the knee to the hammerlock and holding on as Tex Slasinger stumps away, and these fans are starting to rally behind the youngsters here. Tag team wrestling as part of Beach Blast. Don't forget, we have Flair and Wyndham NWA titles still to come. Look at this. Whoa! Oh!
How to chop a rookie down by Tex Slasinger.
And that time, Too Cold saved a 3 count, Jess.
Absolutely, he did. Slasinger would have won the bout. That was a gorgeous clothesline. Not gorgeous if you're looking from the Marcus Bagwell perspective.
And right now, Tex and Shanghai doing a great job with teamwork here, Jess. Tagging in and out. Here's a 1 and a 2.
Well, we talked about it earlier, Tony, how Bagwell and Too Cold were controlling the tempo of the early part of the bout. Now it's been the Texicans. And look at this, they're taunting Coldman into the ring. And that's a mistake. He thinks he's helping his partner, but he ain't.
He's not.
That's what I said, he ain't.
Snapmare.
Is your monitor clear?
Yeah.
I said that already.
This is exactly what the Texans wanted to do. They wanted to slow it down, grab a hold, be able to get close to their corner and use illegal tactics like this. Wear down Bagwell and Too Cold to where their quick maneuvers, their high-flying maneuvers would not come into play. And that's exactly what has happened during this stretch here.
And they also want to do something else that we can talk about, Tony, a simple word. Cheat.
Yeah. That's what I meant by illegal maneuvers. No question, Bagwell, Too Cold to the fans behind him. As Bagwell comes back to his feet.
2 elbows, a 3rd elbow. Off the row, he got caught.
Once again, oh, look at this.
Oh, and what a nice move by Shanghai Pierce.
Well, that's the move of the night so far, Jess.
He knocked him out.
1, 2.
Twice now, Tony. 2 times. If the Cold Man doesn't interfere, the match is over.
Well, you're right.
Why don't they put out stipulations like that? If they interfere, they lose.
Well, there used to be a 1-save rule, but that has certainly been changed in WCW. And Too Cold.
I mean, if they can bring out rules like that against Mr. Wonderful, why can't they get against Marcus Bagwell and Too Cold?
Why don't you talk to the lawyers, Jesse?
I hate lawyers. You know what you call 100 dead lawyers at the bottom of a lake, Tony?
What?
A good start.
To the midsection. Drop toe hold. Oh, and a big elbow. And Bagwell We talked about his ability. You hear the referee, Nick Patrick, say, how about it, Marcus? We talked about his ability as a wrestler. We're going to find out about his endurance right here.
Whoa, and he's out of the way. Shanghai missing the elbow, but Bagwell's in the wrong corner. Tag to Tex. And Tex doesn't miss with the forearm. Speaking again of lawyers, Tony, you know what a busload of lawyers going over a cliff with one empty seat is?
What?
A tragedy.
Pick up. And a tag. Oh, shoulder breaker. Head of steam. Big elbow and a cover. 1, 2, a little bit of showboating there, and it cost him. Shanghai Pierce with a very arrogant type cover. Bagwell, boy, the youngster has taken a beating here at the hands of these two giant Texas men.
Well, they had everything going in their favor early in the bout. Whoa, and there's another miss. Bagwell better race to his corner now if he can find it. Through the legs, he made it.
Scorpio! Oh yeah, sidekick. And now Scorpio whips him into a neutral cutter. There it is again. Now Scorpio with
Going
a
up the top.
He's got a long way to go too.
He hit it. No, and Tex evens it out. There's the first big save by Slazenger.
And we got all four going at it now. Slazenger over the top.
Why wasn't that a disqualification?
That was unintentional. Bagwell picks up Shanghai Pierce.
He hit
Yes! It's over!
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, the team of Two Cold Scorpio and Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
What a win for the youngsters. Two Cold Scorpio and Marcus Alexander Bagwell at Beach Blast. Just see the body Ventura.
Well, let's go back to replay. Here you see Too Cold coming up earlier. Wham! What elevation off the top rope. Tex makes the save there. There's the belly, the back suplex by Marcus Alexander Bagwell. The setup for that. The 1.5 from the pike position. Hooks the leg, 1, 2, 3, and I'll give it a 9.0 on that one. And a big victory for the Cold Man and Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
Missy Hyatt has Paul Orndorff, and a man that we've never seen before in WCW. Let's go to Missy Hyatt.
I'm here with Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Television Champion himself, and the Equalizer. But you know what? It looked to me in the first match that Ron Simmons almost took that title away from you. And as a matter of fact, I know there's a lot of men in WCW that want a chance at taking that title away from you.
Listen, Missy, now you know why they call me the John Wayne of professional wrestling. First of all, I play straight down the middle by the rules. And if it gets tough out there, I'm just a man that can do it. And you know something, Ron Simmons ought to be fined, he ought to be penalized, he ought to be kicked out of the WCW. He deliberately threw me out over the top of the rope. He knew I had him beat when I picked him up for the pile driver, and he's not a man. He chokes just like I said he would. Florida State always choked, and they're gonna keep on choking. And you know something? Right here is my friend, the Equalizer. And you saw exactly what Ron Simmons did. Well, this man right here is gonna get even with a lot of people because he's my good friend. And another thing about you saying a lot of people are wanting a shot at this title.
Yeah, like Mr. Ricky Steamboat,
You
maybe?
mean the old man with the gray hair? Matter of fact, we call him the old man at the sea because he's gray-headed. He's got to put black stuff all over his head. He's balding. Worthy of this championship belt. I'm going to stay the champion for a long time.
Well, now let's go back to the ring to Gary Michael Capetta.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Bixby, Oklahoma, weighing 258 pounds, Eric Watts.
All right, Eric Watts.
He may have a tough time getting to the ring. They ain't got a beach in Oklahoma. The fact that they even have water in Oklahoma.
Well, the youngster who has certainly enjoyed his share of success in World Championship Wrestling, not only with his STF maneuver, but just like Marcus Alexander Bagwell, he's got that never say die attitude that is really a good thing to have in this sport, Gary Capetta.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, Sir William Presence from the Tower of Blackpool, weighing 18 stone, 2 pounds, Lord Steven Regal.
His lordship and Sir William making their way now to the ring. The man who considers himself the greatest scientific wrestler in WCW to date, as he has told me on occasion, ever.
Now, can you imagine how he must feel, Tony, coming from the White Cliffs of Dover and seeing the beach in Biloxi? What a letdown that's gotta be.
Well, I would agree that they are two different worlds.
By the way, who won the British Open today?
I was here all day. I don't know.
Last time I saw, Norman was up by 1. They just told me Greg Norman won it. I wonder how Lord Steven will take to that, having one of those criminals from Australia come to his homeland and win the British Golf Tournament.
Well, I don't think, as you take a look at Eric Watts, I don't think Lord Steven likes anyone. He talks down to me. He has very unkind things to say about his own valet, Sir William. Eric Watts was giving out the USA flags, and now Sir William has the Union Jack. Regardless if you are from Australia or Great Britain or USA, certainly the tactics of Lord Steven Regal have to really get your blood boiling.
And why is that?
Because he is arrogant, because he thinks so little of everyone, Jesse.
Simply because the man is a blue blood and the man can wrestle, Tony.
Well, you can be a blue blood and you can wrestle and you can still
treat the commoners with respect.
Yes. Regal will not lock up until he is set.
Notice how he does the full, like 45-degree spin on the heels.
Now Eric Watts is going to take his time.
Well, Eric Watts in his limited career of he's not even really completed his full first year of wrestling. I don't think he's quite been in the ring with a technician like Lord Steven before. Watts is going to get a wrestling lesson, believe me, from Lord Steven.
And I would agree, win or lose in this match, Eric Watts is going to take something away from it. He may learn something here. You don't become a top superstar until you learn from wrestling top superstars, and that's what Lord Steven has become.
And no matter what happens in this wrestling, it always comes back to basics, Tony.
You're right.
Whoever can execute the basics the best, 9 times out of 10 wins it. Eric Watts putting pressure on that wrist. Lord Steven looking for an opening. He hasn't found one yet. Watts with those long arms can get extended away from Lord Steven.
Lord Steven tumbles out of it, at least attempts to. Nice job of flipping
Whoa,
Eric Watts
and look
out.
at Eric Watts held onto the wrist lock.
Well, the youngster out of Oklahoma looking great here in the beginning.
Of course, they have great scientific wrestlers out of Oklahoma, too, Tony.
Certainly do.
Living there, what the heck else would you have to do?
Well, I'm sure there's a lot to do in Oklahoma.
Oh, really?
Snapmares him over, does Lord Steven.
Whoa, and a nice move there by, oh, and a good kick out by Erik Watts.
Once again, Erik Watts, oh yeah. Elevated him and stays right onto the arm. No question, Erik Watts has come in with a very strong game plan, but you can come in with a strong game plan. Being able to execute it, Jesse, as you know, a lot of times is a completely different thing, but he's been able to do that.
So far he has.
Well, so far he has. Oh.
Look at Lord Steven whacking him with that boot in the middle of the back. Not so much to break the hold, but that's an irritation move. It's to get your mind off what you're doing.
Keeping Lord Steven on, and a nip up that tie by the Aristocrat. But still, the wrist lock is applied. And the youngster with the STF letters on the side, representing the move that he has mastered. 1, 2, showing us he is much more than that. He has become a complete wrestler. Look at Steven.
He better be a complete wrestler.
And Watts trying to bridge out of this. Lord Steven trying to force him back down. Oh yeah, Erik Watts with a tremendous counter move.
But look at Lord Steven, right back to that top wrist lock, back to the same position, and makes it look effortless, Tony.
But Erik Watts escaped after a 2 count. 2 count. This has been a classic wrestling match so far, Jess.
All of Lord Steven's matches are scientific wrestling. I've yet to see him break a rule yet.
Well, just hang on here. Into the midsection if things don't start going his way.
All right.
Oh,
look at that
tremendous move. 2. Erik Watts, 1, 2. Oh, wow. Great counter wrestling from both men.
And look at Lord Steven. Takes a quick look out to the crowd. Now, why don't they applaud? Some great wrestling moves right there.
You ever thought maybe the wrestling fan today has been conditioned not to applaud moves like that?
Maybe. We're also in Biloxi, too, aren't we?
Hammerlock is applied. And it is great wrestling, Jesse. You're right. They should applaud it because it was some great moves and great counter wrestling moves. Look at that drop toe hold. Lord Steven just. And look at Erik Watts.
Beautiful spin out by Erik Watts right there.
The big hip toss down and to the arm one more time.
And Erik Watts giving a good account of himself here scientifically against Lord Steven Regal.
There's no question about that. Win or lose this match, Erik Watts is making a great showing.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Tony. Win, lose, or draw, whoever wins this thing, I'm going to interview the winner. When this match is over, I will get an interview with the winner, be it Erik Watts or Lord Steven.
All right, Jess. Do we have time? Let me ask the people, do we have time to let Jesse do anything he wants to do on this telecast? I guess we do. Rolls 1, 2.
And Lord Steven with a new tactic here goes after the ankle and the leg. He had been working the arm, going hold for hold with Erik Watts. Now he switched, decided to go after one of those long legs.
There it is, a European uppercut of his.
And that's a legal move.
It's exactly where he wanted to get Erik Watts. Pinned in the corner. Look at these forearm shots, left-handed forearm shots. And he is naturally right-handed. Snapmares him over.
Oh, look at that, pulled the knee. Oh, and he missed. He pulled the knee pad down to drive the straight knee bone in, and instead drove it into the mat. And Erik Watts is going after the leg.
He's going for the STF right now.
Too early.
If it gets it on, no, it's over. It doesn't matter when it happens. If it gets it on, it's over. It is on. Oh, and Sir William hit him in the face. He had it on. This match was over. It was over. But Sir William, and now rolled up, and he holds the tights, and Lord Steven.
Lord Steven wins it.
He stole it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, Lord Steven Regal.
Jesse, you just talked about Lord Steven Regal never breaking the rules. Eric Watts had that match won. He was the winner. He had the STF on. It would have been over. But Sir William, for the first time that I've seen, got involved in the roll-up and the yank of the tights. Jesse getting ready to do the interview. Here's the STF. Right there, it was over. And watch this right hand. That was right in the ear, I think. It moved him right away. And now as he got the attention, there you see the left hand and the roll-up by Lord Steven. And let's see if we, yeah. There you go. Good work, guys. Your winner is Lord Steven Regal. Before we go to Jesse, let's take a look at our next pay-per-view here in World Championship Wrestling. It's Fall Brawl featuring War Games, The Match Beyond. It comes your way live Sunday, September 19th, only on pay-per-view. What an event it will be.
With Lord Steven Regal, who has come to us all the way from England. And Lord Steven, it is indeed my pleasure to have a blue blood to be able to interview here at Beach Blast in Biloxi, Mississippi. Lord Steven.
The Right Honorable Mayor Ventura, am I correct?
That's correct.
It makes a change from that imbecilic fool Giovanni. Now, Eric Watts, who's supposed to be the all-American athlete, some kind of brilliant amateur career. I didn't even break a sweat beating him. I noticed before that Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff retained his world's TV title. Now, as everybody knows, his lordship, am on a mission, I should think you could call it, from the Queen, and I am going to take back the world's TV title. So, Mr. Wonderful, I'd watch out, because as the great Winston Churchill said, we will fight them on the beaches, we will fight them in the trenches. Nowhere is safe when the Queen has sent his lordship on a mission. And William, I hope you have those crumpets toasted well. Let's go.
Thank you, Lord Steven. Lord Steven Regal, all the way from England. Let's go to you now, Eric Bischoff.
All right, thank you, Jesse, and a tremendous matchup that was. But right now, before we get down to the ring to see this grudge match between Johnny B. Bad and Max Payne, let's take you back to the Clash of the Champions and show you what's set the stage. Devastating attack by Max Payne on Johnny B. Bad. Severe injuries to the face. And now the grudge match. Let's get down to the ring to Gary Michael Cappetta.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following on Beach Blast, our Super Grudge match. It is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from the state of Euphoria, weighing 341 pounds, along with Norma Jean, is Max Payne.
I don't know. Maybe if he gets some sand in Norma Jean, it'll short circuit or something. You think we'll get that lucky?
Will you shut up?
Wow.
This guy is a fine, I mean, to me, it reminds me of Jimi Hendrix reincarnated.
Max Payne has arrived. And like Eric showed us and told us, this is a super grudge match. Here we go.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Macon, Georgia, weighing 234 pounds. He says he's the prettiest in World Championship Wrestling, Johnny B. Bad.
It all began when Max Payne stole the Bad Blaster. And then, as you saw back in June, about a month ago, he gave it back to Johnny B. Bad.
Oh, he gave it back to Johnny, all right. He gave it back in spades.
And Johnny B. Bad now has the mask on.
The only thing I like about Johnny right now, he has improved his feathered boas. He's finally got full-fledged, real live boas.
Max Payne trying to sneak in. Payne has said many times in his interviews leading up to his, what we thought would have been a match against Johnny B. Bad at Clash of the Champions. He was talking about the getting respect in WCW and the Payne lair. We were anticipating a match. Look at this, double leg takedown! And Johnny B. Bad. Forget about wrestling holds in this one, Jesse.
Well, Johnny B. Bad is a madman, not a bad man. His beautiful face is tarnished forever, and he's going to take it out on Max.
1, 2 count. Max Payne, the big guy, comes out of it. Johnny B. Bad right back to the body blows again.
And you notice those are all closed fists.
We didn't get to see the match at Clash of the Champions because of the injury to the face, but we're having it here.
Whoa.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my.
And Bad starts off fast, goes for a big move. Max Payne showing tremendous speed, getting out of the way. Johnny B. Bad catapults himself all the way over the top, and the arm is hurt, Tony.
I'll be surprised if he can get back in this one.
Oh, he's going to get back in. You think Max Payne is going to take the beating he took and not bring him back in? Oh, he's coming back in.
Well, what we've seen of the big guy from the state of Euphoria is the fact that he does not care about winning or losing a match.
Big body slam with the arm put in the hammerlock position. Bad trying to fight his way back, using everything he's got, but I'll tell you what, Tony, he's outweighed by about 100 pounds.
Yeah, you're right, Jeff. Back to go to the corner again, and a 341-pound mammoth of a man using the weight to his advantage now as he's going after Johnny B. Bad. Snapmare takeover again, right to the arm.
You know what's remarkable, though, about Max Payne? You look at him, 350 pounds of him, vicious looking, the disposition of Ozzy Osbourne, and yet the nimble fingers that can play that beautiful music that we heard, Tony. Remarkable, isn't it?
Not only that, he's a very, not only accomplished guitarist, but is a very capable wrestler. He knows the holds. We talked about Lord Steven and his scientific maneuvers. Max Payne with a lot of scientific holds as well. He chooses a different path, though. Oh, big backbreaker.
There's the cover. Come on, Rob, count it.
2 count. As Payne has some uncanny words to Nick Patrick. Stalking Johnny.
Oh, he's got the
painkiller.
painkiller.
But he's too close to the ropes.
Oh, Johnny B. Bad gets saved just by his location in the ring.
Once again, that was very close to a disqualification right there. And I talked about Max maybe not worried about winning or losing a match. He was out to take the arm out.
Tony, admit it.
Admit what?
If Bad wouldn't have been next to the ropes, that match was over.
Exactly. Exactly. You're right. He couldn't have taken much more. It is one of the most painful maneuvers.
And yet it's very simple. It's a very simple hold.
Vertigo suplex over 1, 2, out and 2. And it's a scary move because it's a type of move that can end a career, Jess, quickly. Like the STF, if it's not broken in time. That's why, just like the STF, it is a quick submission hold. But it didn't happen, and we're back to action here. And
look at Johnny B. Bad. Oh, he did get Big Max over.
2, no sir. Max Payne rolled out of the way in 2. Oh, he caught him. Could have been a mistake. and was a mistake for Johnny B. Bad. But Payne missed the elbow. Drop kick. Payne over the top. I think
and Bad comes out over the top after him. And they're both hurt. Now that to me was a dumb move on the part of Johnny B. Bad. He had Max Payne over the top, out on the floor injured. Whoa, and Max fires him head, shoulder first into the steel post. Oh, Bad out of the way and Max hits the post.
left hand. There you hear the count of the referee being very lenient here on the counts. Payne.
Well, being it's a grudge match.
Johnny B. Bad. Line 1, 2, 3.
He got it.
Beat it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Johnny B. Bad.
Johnny B. Bad wins this grudge match. Like we said, it was a day at the beach, but a night for revenge. And Johnny B. Bad got his revenge over Max Payne, Jesse Ventura.
Well, he temporarily got lucky. Johnny B. Bad getting lucky as far as I'm concerned, Tony.
That was a great win, Jess.
A lucky win.
It was a great win. Well, we are set to go with another title match here.
Stuff on. Oh, is that gross?
We are set to go with one of our title matches. We still have the NWA. We still have the NWA title to go. We have the U.S. title in an Iron Man challenge, a 30-minute match between Dustin Rhodes and Ravishing Rick Rude. But right now, the World Tag Team title will be decided. The Hollywood Blondes against the Horsemen, Arn Anderson and Paul Roma, and basically a new tag team. But if I had one man I would want to have as my tag team partner, that would be the man that I feel is the greatest tag team wrestler of all time, Arn Anderson.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I would still take the Hollywood Blondes, Tony. They're the champions. They remain the best team in all of wrestling until they're defeated in that championship. And what is this stuff on your nose, Schiavone?
Would you get off of this?
It's gross. Look at it. Ugh.
Somebody get the hook. Let's go to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest at Beach Blast 93, it is for the World Tag Team Championship. It is set for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Introducing first the challengers, the Horsemen. First from Minnesota, 248 pounds, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson. And from New York City, 242 pounds, Paul Roma.
Our last pay-per-view, Paul Roma was introduced at the Flair for the Gold Gala with Ole Anderson and the Horsemen, the newest member of the Horsemen. That was a Slamboree back in May. This is his first pay-per-view for WCW. He was in the audience back in Norfolk in June at Clash of the Champions when Flair and Arn went after the World Tag Team Championship. He got involved in that. So he certainly has an interest in what goes on with the Hollywood Blondes, but more importantly, he wants to be one half of the World Tag Team Champions. And hey, the Horsemen are looking great. Look at those new t-shirts and new designs they have. Go ahead, Gary.
And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents from Hollywood, California. They are the World Tag Team Champions, the Hollywood Blondes.
Stunning Steve, Flying Brian, and the Hollywood Blondes. This could be a night that'll go down as one of the most famous nights in the history of Four Horsemen lore. Flair could become the NWA champ. The Blondes could become the Horsemen, Arn and Roma could defeat the Blondes to become tag team champions of the world.
Well, I don't care what happens. Those are my favorite tag team wrestlers right there, the Hollywood Blondes. They're my style of people, Tony. They like the high life. Flying Brian outside the ring. Stunning Steve inside.
Anderson's got the belt.
And that might be as close as Arn Anderson will ever get to that belt, is steal it before the match even starts.
There they are, World Tag Team Champions. Set to go. The bell sounds. Good to have you with us for this World Tag Team Championship, one of 3 remaining titles on the line.
You know, I might add, the Blondes are Sylvester Stallone's favorite tag team in WCW.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Probably Wesley Snipes' favorite tag team as well.
Might be. I haven't asked Wesley.
Now, Stallone seems to be really a nice guy. Why would he like the arrogant, cocky Hollywood Blondes? Just because they're called
Because
Hollywood? Because that's their nickname?
No, and because, you know, all Hollywood people stick together. It's us against the world. We make all the money.
Paul Roma and Stunning Steve will begin things.
Stunning Steve and Paul Roma, the Horsemen again, and the Blondes are going out to the floor.
Uh-oh.
Look at this. Flying Brian wants a piece of somebody out there.
Biloxi, Mississippi has a lot of Horsemen fans.
I would concur with that.
America has a lot of Horsemen fans. Signs all up and down the beach today we saw. Welcome World Championship Wrestling, the Superstars.
Absolutely.
Talking to some of the fans on the beach, they were talking about Ric Flair and the Horsemen and their chance of becoming champions. And talking about Sting and Davey Boy Smith and not accepting the chance for retirement.
And we know one thing too, one thing for certain. Your nose was not going to get burnt on the beach today.
Exactly.
And finally the talking's over in the lockup.
Stunning Steve with the advantage here, pushing Paul Roma back.
Look at Stunning Steve wants a clean break. Now he's driving Roma, he gets an advantage. He's driving Roma's face, little sight job there by Stunning Steve. But Paul Roma's been around long enough. I don't think no sight job like that is gonna do a thing to him.
Once again, the collar and elbow tie, but now Roma has the advantage as he is pushed. Oh, now reversal out from Stunning Steve.
Get off of me. Get off, Roma.
Austin with a cocky smile on his face as he had pushed Roma back. And I would think of all the men in this match, Jess, the man who is the most powerful has to be Paul Roma. So if you want to try to hook up with Paul Roma, you may be on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
Yeah, he might be the most powerful when it comes to actual, you know, weight. Oh, look at that. Flagrant right hand to the face. Now get in there, referee, and tell him. That was a flagrant closed fist right hand, cheap shot sucker punch to the face.
Yes, it was.
Well, I'm glad you finally concur with me.
You need to add one more to that much-deserved punch to the face.
Why? What did Stunning Steve do in this matchup to deserve a closed fist to the face?
In this matchup, nothing.
There you go.
Flying Brian now.
All the other ones don't count.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. Each match is individual, just like every golf shot. You take them one shot at a time.
Randy Anderson in. Now you... Flying Brian, wait a minute. Flying Brian says to check the elbow pad out, but Flying Brian is digging in his own tights.
No, he's adjusting himself.
He's collar and elbow. The full arm dragon twist, and here's Arn Anderson. You say each match is one in itself, huh? Tell me Arn Anderson's not remembering Clash of the Champions. Big elbow. Not remembering the mockery. from a flair for the gold back in the month of April.
What, just because they called him a statue?
Yes, because they've talked about his size. They've talked about, well, they've run down the Horseman. They've tried to make fun of the Horseman. In reality, it has certainly been one of the most dominating forces in our sport for many years. The four Horsemen. Over the top, and Bryan.
Good looking hip toss on Arn Anderson. And right now, Flying Bryan getting the best of the veteran Horseman. Out wrestling him, Tony.
Right now, he's looking good. But once again, like I said, from a long list of great tag team wrestlers, Arn Anderson.
And Anderson with a flagrant pull of the hair right there.
I mean, just think of the many tag team partners Arn Anderson has had.
He don't get along with people real well, does he?
Well, we're talking about Ole Anderson, Larry Zbyszko, Beautiful Bobby.
Well, I mean, it's obvious if he goes through partners as quick as he does.
All tag team champions with him right
What
on
do
the
you
back.
make of that, though? Good arm drag right there by Arn Anderson. What's the explanation for that, Tony, why he has so many partners?
Because things change quickly in this sport,
We'll have
Jesse.
to call him the Zsa Zsa Gabor of wrestling, right?
Shoulder block, no, we won't. Anderson, oh, wow. He hit hard that time.
Zsa Zsa's had, what, 7 wives, and Arn Anderson's had about 7 different world champion partners.
7 husbands.
No, Arn's had 7 wives.
1 count. Anderson down again. 1 again. Anderson's up in 1. 1, 2. Left hand. Whoa, it caught him.
Yeah, closed fist, another one.
I think that's the forearm in it. Out on the rampway. Stunning Steve goes.
And Anderson looks like he wants to go out there, but he's going to stay in the ring.
But this is smart wrestling on Arn Anderson's part.
Absolutely, I'll agree with that, because he don't want to get out to the floor. He don't want to risk a disqualification. And look at Stunning Steve saying, hey, let's do it clean, let's wrestle.
Do you buy that?
I buy it until they cheat, and they haven't cheated yet tonight. It's been Arn Anderson and Roma with the closed fists.
Should he shake hands or not? Well, wait a minute. Arn's smarter than this. There
Look
you go.
at it, yeah.
Arn Anderson wouldn't buy any of it, and now he goes after Austin again. Stunning Steve right above us into the corner, and now the teamwork begins for the Horsemen. Paul Roma up on top. And he comes up with a full arm dragon twist right into a wrist lock again. So far, teamwork-wise, the Horsemen, the team that's not been together as long as the Blondes, looking pretty good here, Jess.
They're looking real good, Tony. They're also the ones breaking the rules. Let's get that straight to the point.
Well, that is fine. Yes, you're right. Austin. Certainly in a tremendous amount of pain here. Oh, he goes down one more time.
Paul Roma with very powerful forearms and upper body strength. That's one thing about Roma. He does get to the gym. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, there's no question. Certainly, Roma realizes he's probably not going to get Austin to submit here.
This is a wear-out hold. Austin with a little hair pull. Fighting fire with fire. Catches Roma.
He's got a bear hug on here. Look at this.
Yeah, and he's got, oh, Roma, whoa, over the top.
Did he make a tag? No, he did not want to. Oh, and almost got a 3 count. He tried to reach out and make a tag to Flying Bryan that time, but couldn't get close enough. Once again, Roma slips from behind.
He's trying to get Austin over the backslide.
Got out of it.
And a beautiful arm drag out of the backslide.
Roma is looking great here in this match. The newest member of the Horsemen. Missing is Austin. Oh, he missed. He had head first to the mat that time. Roma trying one of his flying body presses, and Bryan quickly makes the tag. Flying Bryan wasting no time.
And this is where Flying Bryan's at his best, when an opponent is down and hurt. Whoa, look at that chop. You can hear that one all the way to New Orleans, Tony.
You really can't. chokehold.
A flagrant choke. Now look at this, he even shows a closed fist.
Big clothesline, cover, 1, 2. No, he got out. And Anderson goes right back to the arm again. So once again, the Horsemen showing tremendous teamwork in this match. Arn Anderson now in, and he's going right to the arm as well. Flying Brian, as we saw just seconds ago, one of his best weapons is his backhanded chop. You take the arm away, you take the chop away. And Anderson did not do that. And there's the chop again.
Reversal.
He caught it.
And that's called doing your homework. That's called watching films and knowing tendencies.
A catapult.
Oh! And Flying Brian getting it from both ends right now. Oh, the knee.
What?
Timeout. Stunning Steve calling for a time. I think the knee buckled.
I think Anderson better go back and get him again.
Look at
Hey.
the knee.
Knee or not, and I really don't think it is, it's a great defense against an Irish whip, just to drop down. Now, isn't it?
He's calling for time, though. The man's hurt.
Why did you believe that? You Hollywood types will buy anything.
So will Arn Anderson.
He went right to the knee, and Anderson goes outside. Right at the feet of
If I
Stunning
bought
Steve.
it, so did Arn Anderson, Tony.
Anderson drops down low.
Oh!
He hit the steel rail. He might be out. We might get a count out here because Flying Brian, I think, is out. Fine, there's the count starts. Arn Anderson should go and get him and bring him back in if he wants to become a tag team champ.
Well, as you said it, Tony, Flying Brian could take a count out and keep the title. But I don't think the Blondes are that way. I think the Blondes would rather win it or lose it right in the center of the ring. Look at that. What guts and fortitude by Flying Brian, Tony Schiavone. He could have stayed on the floor. He could have saved his title, but no, he made it back into the ring to defend it.
You're right. Over the top. 1, 2. And a save by Stunning Steve as Paul Roma's in, a high flyer, this Horseman duo. Oh, he turned his back and paid for it. He focused on the wrong man that time, Jess, and Roma now got nailed by Flying Brian. On the outside, once again, there's Austin. Stunning Steve gonna pick up Roma. Oh my!
And he clotheslines Roma out on the railing and gets away with it because the referee didn't see it.
Again, Roma trying to get back in, but Flying Brian is relentless here. Randy Anderson with another warning to Flying Brian to let the man get back in the ring. The Horsemen are in major trouble now. Moments ago, they were in charge of this match, but now, when he turned his attention to the wrong man, Roma paid for it, and here go the champs.
And
At their best.
Yep, this is when the champs excel. They're like sharks. When the blood's in the water, they go into a frenzy. Gut wrench right there by Stunning Steve. And then he's challenging Arn Anderson to come in the ring so they can do a little dirty work on the other side.
Big blow to the back, and Roma still staggering, still trying to get to his feet.
Look at Steve.
Whoa!
Look at Austin mimicking a horseman. Jumping around the ring like he's got a little wooden horse. Look at the condition Austin's in.
No question
I mean,
about
it can hurt a guy and drop down and bang out 10 push-ups in between.
Drops a knee down. Roma cannot even roll out of the way. Showing the power and the ability of the tag team champions. That quickly, Roma is almost out of it. Well, when they get the offense going, they are tremendous. Back into the corner. Roma firing back. Again. Drop toe hold takedown and a tag. And here they go, the tag team champions blocking Roma from his tag. Great teamwork, Jess.
Great teamwork. That's why they're the world heavyweight champions, like them or not. Which I personally like them. I know you, Tony, don't.
Well,
that's okay.
That's beside the point right now. What we think really doesn't matter in the scheme of things. Into the midsection. Into the jaw. The obvious thing here is that Roma has to get to his corner. Needs to tag in the enforcer. And he's almost there, but Austin blocks it by nailing Anderson. The referee sending Anderson back, enabling the double team on this end here.
Oh, yeah. And Roma been in there for an awful long time, Tony.
Head first goes Flying Brian.
Look at, they both went for drop kicks.
Flying Brian has been able to do that on many occasions when a guy's coming off the top to execute and connect with a drop kick. But like you said, Jess, and our fans can see it, they both have the same idea. The fans want Paul Roma to get up. Can he do it? Tag on one end.
He made the tag.
Arn Anderson.
Big backdrop. Right hand drops. Flying Brian, another left hand.
DDT! Oh, the axe handle on the back of the head. He really nailed Anderson right in the back of the head. 1, 2. Oh, he got out of it. That was close.
That was as close as you could get. What a move by Flying Brian to come over and have enough to cover Arn Anderson. There's the tag. The fresh, stunning Steve into the ring. Big body slam.
Now, Stunning Steve, big high-risk maneuver, and he connected. He connected. 1, 2, Anderson again. Showing his ability.
And Stunning Steve griping at the referee. Did you notice the pause? Referee went 1, 2, and a little pause. I think he could have got the 3 in there, Tony.
I didn't notice the pause.
You wouldn't. You only notice what you want to notice.
Anderson. He's hurting, but he is still fighting. Big headbutt. And that headbutt hurt Anderson more than it hurt Stunning Steve. Look, Anderson goes down.
Yeah, but it hurt both of them. The turnbuckle's holding up Stunning Steve. Great camera work by our cameraman. You're right in the corner looking at it from the perspective of Arn Anderson.
Into the midsection. Head first, Anderson goes, and here comes Flying Brian. All right, Anderson is in major trouble. That's obvious. 1, 2. But he continues to escape.
Look at, he's escaping by pulling the hair.
Whatever it
I
takes,
admit,
Jess.
you do what it takes.
That's right. That's one of your mottos.
Yep.
And now, back to a corner. Anderson fighting with everything he has now. And look at him. Just like his partner minutes ago, Anderson desperately needs a tag back to Roma. And the question is Roma 100%?
Look at that. They're both trying to use headbutts, and they're both knocking each other out. I don't think the headbutt works either way for these guys.
I think you're right. And once again, I ask the question, Jess. Anderson needs a tag, but his partner took quite a beating as well.
Well, I think Roma's pretty well recovered now. He appears to be okay on the apron.
Then Anderson goes head first as the referee's back was turned to the steel rail.
And Roma's being stupid now coming into the ring. You try to help like that, but when you get the ref's attention, it allows your opponents to do what they want. Stunning Steve hooking for a... Oh, he's going to try to pile drive him. No, reverse.
Arn Anderson reversed it. But he is right at the feet of Flying Brian, who stomps him back down again. Both men getting back in. Hey, you got to give both teams a lot of credit, Jess. They have given it their all in this tag team match. They've taken beatings. They've rolled back in the ring. And like you said earlier, when the Blondes could have taken the count out, held on to their titles, Flying Brian rolled back in. Anderson fighting with everything he got. And he's fighting out of the Blondes corner. He's trying for a DDT, but oh no. He hanged him on the top rope that time.
Great move by Stunning Steve. Arn Anderson, you see him on the apron. You see Flying Brian out on the floor. Stunning Steve in the ring. Paul Roma in his corner, being smart and not jumping in this time. Oh, look at this. Stunning Steve ties up the referee, and look at the two right hands by Flying Brian. And here comes Paul Roma over a little too late.
Roma now back to his corner, and Anderson still trying to fight from underneath. We have followed his career, at least I have, for many years. And I've seen some great Arn Anderson matches. I've seen him become a world television champion, a world tag team champion. I've seen him come very close to being a world heavyweight champion as well. But right now, he is showing me that there's more to Arn Anderson than just the enforcer, that there's a tremendous amount of desire, tenacity, determination to fight back, because the World Tag Team Champions are unloading on him right now.
And there's the legal tag to Flying Brian.
And he rolls him up.
Inside cradle.
He's got it.
Look at Roma. Roma's arguing with the referee.
Unbelievable, that would have been it. That'd have been a 6 count. And Arn Anderson still came back with that roll up. Unbelievable.
Why did Roma tie up the referee?
Well, it's the emotion of this sport, Jesse. That's the only thing I can say.
But you have to control your emotions if you're going to be a champion.
It's easy for us to say sitting down here and not in the heat of the battle.
No, Tony, I've been up there before. You've got to control your emotions. That's what I'm saying.
They collide, noggin to noggin. Now, you heard the fans scream out, "Come on, Double A." And he needs to make a tag desperately. Like you said, Roma is probably back now, ready to go. Flying Brian makes tag. Arn Anderson is cut off again. Austin in. Oh. Stunning Steve drops him straight down on a nice belly back suplex.
And adds more pain to the enforcer, Arn Anderson.
Wow, what a match.
Here's a cover. Pure instinct is all that's kicking out right now for Arn Anderson.
You're right, Jeff.
Just the instinct. When he hears 1, 2, his body reacts. I don't think his mind is.
Back of the neck.
Arn sucking wind now.
Yeah, look, he can't even. Arn just trying to hang on to stay in the ring on this one.
You think maybe age is catching him?
No, not at all. He's in the wrong corner, but he's fighting off both men. Anderson with another shoulder. But Stunning Steve catches him. This could be an outside. Oh, my.
Anderson's blocking it on the. Oh, my. Oh, he suplexed him to the floor.
Austin.
Now, isn't that a disqualification?
No.
Why?
Because Anderson was outside, not in.
But he still threw him over the top.
You got it. Anderson.
What difference does it make?
Crawling on his belly to try to make a tag. Can he do it? No. Oh, no, he didn't do it. 1, 2, and it's still not over.
Tony, I still say that's a disqualification.
Well, get over it, because the match is still going on.
I understand that. Why is it one time a disqualification and not there?
Anderson picks him. Oh, Flying Brian with a head scissors.
Beautiful move by Flying Brian. Flying Brian, come on, old man, get up.
Anderson, once again, look at this warrior trying to get to his feet. Yeah! Arn Anderson pounding the mat. You see how far his partner is. Can he get there? Yes! Paul Roma! Long overdue!
Big backdrop!
He's got them both!
Body slam on Flying Brian!
The newest horseman in! Anderson back in too! Now, Austin the Leo man. Here it is!
Oh!
Spine buster!
You can't count that! No!
Did he get it or not? Did he? Went
Two!
Flying Brian saved it! Roma! Rolling up Austin! Oh my! He got
Austin
it!
on top. 1, 2, 3, they win it! They keep the titles! The Blondes win it!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners and still World Tag Team Champions, the Hollywood Blondes.
Oh, what a match!
Oh, you're angry, Tony. Come on!
I tell you what, they stunned a lot of people, a lot more people than you and I really know, Jess, by retaining the World Tag Team Championship here at Beach Blast.
Let's go back to a Beach Blast replay. There you see the roll-up right there. Paul Roma holding the tights, hoping for the pinfall. Flying Brian comes in, clotheslines Roma, now stunning Steve on top. He's got a handful of tights, so it's all even. 1, 2, 3. The Blondes sneak away and keep that title again.
You've just witnessed a tag team classic here at Beach Blast. Eric Bischoff standing by with Missy Hyatt.
All right, thanks a lot, Tony, and I'll tell you what, no doubt about it, WCW pay-per-views definitely bring out the very best in the best sport and the best athletes right here in WCW. Missy, obviously you and the Blondes gonna jump a private plane, party all the way to Roxbury tonight, huh?
Well, you know, I really hate Hollywood, but I love the Hollywood Blondes.
Well, one thing I love is the Iron Man Challenge. It's coming up. It's going to feature the Natural, Dustin Rhodes, stepping into the ring with Ravishing Rick Rude. 30 grueling minutes to determine the U.S. Heavyweight Champion. How do you see it?
All I know is 2 men, 30 minutes. That's more like a dream.
Forget about it. Fall Brawl coming your way in September. Mark it on your calendars. Don't miss it. But right now, let's get down to the ring for the Iron Man Challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest of Beach Blast is the Iron Man Challenge for the United States Heavyweight Championship. The man that wins the most falls inside of 30 minutes will become the United States Heavyweight Champion. Introducing first, from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing 249 pounds, Ravishing Rick Rude.
Well, Jesse the Body Ventura. Fall Brawl is coming, featuring War Games, the match beyond, the greatest battleground in the history. It's become a legend in WCW. That'll be on Sunday, September 19th.
Absolutely, and I can't wait for that one. And here he comes, Ravishing Rick Rude. There it is, Ravishing Rick Rude is the Iron Man. Rude's Brood.
This is his big moment, Jesse the Body Ventura. He's got the microphone.
Shut your mouth, open your eyes, and show some respect to the next United States champion. Hit the music.
Ravishing Rick Rude. Wow, what a body. What a man. And that may say it all right there.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Austin, Texas, weighing 261 pounds, the Natural, Dustin Rhodes.
The rules of the match. 30 minutes. And only 30 minutes. The man with the most pinfalls, most decisions, via disqualification, a countout, or a pin will win.
Get him in the ring. I can't stand that goat roping music.
This will be a test of endurance.
You just hear that music and you start smelling horse manure.
No, you don't.
I do. All right, here we go, Tony. There it is. The U.S. Heavyweight Championship belt right there. That's what it's all about, and you said it, Tony. This is a 30-minute Iron Man. Whoever gets the most pinfalls, and let's bear in mind, Ravishing Rick Rude has seen this match one time before. Dustin Rhodes, never.
But Dustin Rhodes has gone 30 minutes before. And the first 15 seconds at least has been just a jawing contest.
Hey, it could end up 1-0. It could end up 10-9.
That's right.
It matters not. We'll keep that clock running in your lower right-hand screen so all the fans at home will totally know how much time to go throughout this entire bout.
It makes it a very offensive type match, especially if you're down, Jesse. Let's say 1-0 or 2-0.
But then
late in the match.
if you're ahead, you change to defense.
Right. They're rolling around at Beach Blast.
And good move by the referee. I like that, a referee that'll get in there occasionally. And guess what, Tony? We're down to 1 minute gone, 29 to go.
You mean you said something complimentary about a referee?
Not often.
Boy, you could.
But I like that one. He got in there, he wedged himself, he risked his own head to split the two combatants up.
Both men very tentative. So much animosity, and Rude, of course, had an injury during last year's Starrcade.
And the title was given to Dustin Rhodes.
Well, can I finish the story here? He had a title shot against then world champion Ron Simmons. He was not able to go against Simmons at Starrcade, and then he was stripped of the U.S. title because he didn't defend it within 30 days. Dustin won the tournament to be considered the #1 contender, and thus won the belt by winning the tournament. Then back on May 15th, computerized contender challenge. It was supposed to be Dustin Rhodes and Japanese sensation Kensuke Sasaki, but thanks to a mysterious injury caused by Rude in Japan, Sasaki unable to compete, Rude moved in, got the title shot.
I'll tell you what, when it's one of your favorites, what a memory you got.
And then, on May 15th, the U.S. title on WCW Worldwide, nationwide, worldwide, by the way. The much-discussed instant replay. Both men had a shoulder up.
And you saw it as clear as I did.
No, we did not.
Ravishing Rick Rude got his shoulder up a microsecond in front of Rhodes and should have won it right there.
The title was held up, and now neither man has the title. It will be decided tonight in this 30-minute Iron Man challenge. It'll hopefully be decided tonight. Right to the chin. And a hip swivel of the boot.
And look at the Biloxi babes going wild. There ain't no Biloxi blues when those hips rotate, Tony.
To the jaw. And the bootlaces right across the eyes of the Natural. Rude doing a lot of taunting earlier on.
Good looking forearm right there. Those are legal. Nothing illegal about the use of the forearm in wrestling. Whoa, big backdrop. And that one hurt Ravishing Rick. Ooh, you could see him bridging in pain right there.
Into the corner. Rude hits hard again. Coming to you live from the Mississippi Coast Coliseum in the 30-minute Ironman Challenge. These two men have 30 minutes to get it done, to settle the issue.
Oh, and Dustin Rhodes using that turnbuckle on the lower ribs and kidney area, ravishing Rick Rude. Now steps in, reverse chin lock. And I don't think you're going to see any submission out of ravishing Rick Rude unless he's dying. Especially to Dustin Rhodes.
Dustin just sitting down on the lower back. And now sitting down even harder. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that makes me want to throw up. Looks like a big fat Texas steer in heat.
Reverse chinlock is applied. Jesse, where do you come up with these things?
I just observe and comment, Tony. That's
boy,
what
do
I'm
you
paid
ever.
to do.
That's a nice way of saying running your mouth. Reverse chinlock. There you see we're at 25 minutes.
Gone by, 25 minutes remain in the match.
And so far it's 0-0. We'll have to keep the fans updated. No pinfalls have been scored throughout the first 5 minutes of this bout.
I think,
is that grotesque or what?
I think what'll be interesting here, Jess, we've talked so much about the endurance of ravishing Rick Rude, much like the Nature Boy Ric Flair and a Ricky Steamboat the Dragon. As far as endurance is concerned, they are at the top of the list, so to speak. I don't think he can wear down Rude. I think he's got to catch a quick pin on him. Rude's not the type you can wear down because he is in such excellent shape. Same thing can be said about Dustin Rhodes.
Well, you could be looking at a 30-minute match here, Tony, with maybe only one pinfall scored. This could end up very much like a hockey game. You never know. You know, it can end up 8-7 or it can end up 1-0.
It could end up 0-0.
0-0, that's right. Oh! Ho-ho! Great defensive maneuver right there by ravishing Rick Rude. Dustin Rhodes went to the well once too often, tried to drop in Rude with a quick spin over, caught him with both knees. And there's a clothesline. Spinning that Texican.
Rude trying to go up top. Rude waiting on the natural. Dustin's in trouble. He got him.
Now, how come they show Dustin Rhodes' grotesque-looking hip gyrations, and they don't look at Rude hurt his back? His back's still hurting. What's with these cameramen? They like ugly, don't they?
I'm just calling the action. I'm not calling anything else. Into the midsection. And the bear hug. Dustin trying to fight out of the bear hug. This 30-minute Iron Man Challenge here on Beach Blast. We had one last year between Rude and Steamboat, and boy, was that an awesome match.
Whoa, whoa! He caught Rude with the elbow, but look at Rude hanging on. Oh, and a nice move by ravishing Rick. Give him credit, Tony. He withstood both those elbows.
How do you like it, boy?
Certainly did. Reverse chin lock now by Rude, not only pulling back on the chin, but sitting down.
Exactly what Dustin Rhodes was doing to him earlier in the bout. Ravishing Rick Rude returning the favor.
The babes are at the beach waiting on you, Jess.
I know. I told him to wait.
As we take a look at this jam-packed crowd.
Tony, imagine what'll be going on 10 minutes after we go to black. No, you couldn't imagine, Tony. It's beyond your imagination.
Yeah, I'm a family man myself, Jess. Down goes Rude again on the back of Dustin Rhodes. Rhodes trying to get to the rope, but Rude reverse chinlock.
It is my kind of odds, though, Tony, 4-1. Only I can prevail in a situation like that. Just as Rude is prevailing right now on Dustin Rhodes.
But no one has a pin. No one has a decision, so no one is really prevailing.
It's 0-0 right now.
This is the 30-minute Iron Man challenge. The man with the most decisions within the 30 minutes of this match will be declared the U.S. Heavyweight Champion.
Dustin Rhodes trying to power his way out of it. Ooh, he's gonna try to stand up with Rude. He did it!
Oh, yeah!
And that hurt both of them, Tony. Rude got the worst end of it, but Dustin Rhodes got it too.
You're right, Jess. Dustin yanking on the ropes to get up ahead of steam. And
oh!
Boy, Rude saw that one coming. Good move by Rick Rude.
And still, as you said, Tony, 0-0. We have had no pinfall yet.
10 minutes gone by.
There you hear
20 minutes remain in the Iron Man challenge.
Gary Kopetsky, amazing. He can tell time that far with. We're down to 10 gone, 20 to go. And Rhodes going to work on the leg of ravishing Rick Rude.
Right on the leg. Now remember, a submission counts as a decision, just like a pinfall would. If someone gets upset and shucks someone over the top rope, that's a decision against you.
Any type of decision, be it disqualification, count out, pinfall, or submission.
I think it's a great concept, Jess, for a wrestling match, for a title match.
Well,
Dustin.
it's a gutsy concept for both participants to agree to.
Dustin right to the chin of Rude. Down on the leg he goes again.
And you know, I noticed, Tony, neither man has made any attempt to score a pinfall, really. It's both they're testing each other out, both with the roughhouse tactics as well as good, solid wrestling holds.
Referee checking. Rude better watch himself. He could. Getting very close to a pinning predicament there. One, again a one count. As Dustin turns on that ankle and the knee. Has that leg grapevine right around there. Rude trying to go to the eyes to gouge, and he drops on the leg again. Iron Man challenge. Dustin Rhodes and ravishing Rick Rude. The scoreboard is at 0 for both men. And we are over a third of the way through this one. Coming up on the halfway point. And Rude with a crossface to try to get out of this.
Well, what you got here is who's going to hurt the most. Dustin Rhodes with the leg hold or ravishing Rick Rude with the crossface across the chin, trying to bring the, but look at, Dustin comes back and twists that ankle. Oh, Rude going to the eyes. Haha, that'll break anything.
Yeah, you're right, that'll break any hold. Both men. Less than 15 minutes into this, moving slowly now.
A block and a right hand by Rhodes, another one.
Into the ropes. Right to the chest goes Rude. Oh, wow. Form of a backbreaker that time.
Oh, the Rude Awakening.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
He's going ahead 1-0.
You're right.
Mark my
1,
words.
2, 3.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ravishing Rick Rude up 1-0. The match continues.
There is no rest period. The match continues. Rude right now could get it 2-0 if he hits with something quickly here.
Well, don't worry. Rude's hurting too. This match has taken its toll on both guys. Rude taking a daring risk here. Risk, I should say, going up to the top. Rhodes can't get up from the Rude Awakening. You know, if I was Rude, I'd have waited for him to stand up and give him another one. Ooh, this might be even better, though.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, the question is here now, Jess. What do you do if you're Rick Rude?
Cover him.
1, 2, no!
Oh! You're not saying there was a stall in that count?
I didn't see a stall in that count.
Oh!
1, 2.
Even the floor director's looking at me funny on that one, and she don't know nothing about a 3 count.
2 count. Driving the knee right down to the face. Now my question is now, does Rude try to get many more decisions, or do you put it into a deep freeze here?
No, you stay on the offense right here. You got Dustin Rhodes hurt, you score another one, you get ahead 2-0, maybe 3-0 or 4-0, then you deep freeze it. You can't deep freeze it on a 1-0 lead, Tony. Not with 15 minutes at least to go in the match.
Dustin.
"15 minutes gone by.
There you go.
15
Halfway.
minutes remain in the Iron Man Challenge.
Halfway, and it's Ravishing Rick Rude 1-0. It's Rude ahead 1-0 at the halfway point. Oh, and he catapulted Dustin Rhodes right back on the runway.
Makes it really tough, especially for Dustin Rhodes. To win now, he has to beat him twice, 2 times.
He may get counted out here. It could be 2-0. Look at this slow. This referee, I don't even know if he can get to 10.
Snapmare over. He got to 6. There you see our time clock.
And right now, it's still anyone's ball game. Rude, of course, with an advantage. 1-0. And he's gone into a hold that may take Dustin Rhodes a while to get out of, and that's a reverse chinlock or headlock.
For Dustin Rhodes to become the U.S. champion, he must beat Rude twice. There you see our neat-looking scoreboard there. Good job, guys. So Dustin Rhodes really has his back up against the wall, but he's back up. And the fans are getting behind him now. Right cross. Dustin sending Rude in.
Oh! And he did that little pirouette pivot.
That's right.
And that was enough to allow Rude to see him coming, and he raised the knee and let him have it. Down to almost 13 minutes to go. If Rude scores another pinfall, Tony, Dustin Rhodes is going to be in big trouble. Big trouble.
Dustin at the 13-minute mark is in trouble.
Not totally yet. He's only behind 1-0. But if Rude scores again, then Rude will have a chance to go on the defensive.
Chop to the chest. Oh, Rude got a foot in. And Dustin.
I'll give Dustin credit, though. He's put up a gallant effort here, Tony.
Yes.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Dustin trying to get out of it. Look at Dustin Rhodes maneuver. He picks Rude up. Pile driver.
He knocked him out.
1, 2.
No! What a kick out by Ravishing Rick Rude. I thought Dustin Rhodes had tied it up there, Tony, 1-1. But not yet. Rude still leading 1-0.
Dustin is up. The count stops. Rude is up. Oh, my goodness.
And that is not a throw-out. Rude did not touch him. Dustin Rhodes propelled himself over the top rope on that one. Don't look at me that way, Tony.
Well, we can see
you
that.
You know, Dart. You can see that.
Yes.
Not everybody can see that.
Down on the floor.
We had throwouts over the top earlier that we had to explain.
Through the ropes.
Don't ignore me.
It's hard to do.
You ignore me, I'll knuckle your head. Oh, good snap suplex right there by Ravishing Rick. And we're almost to the 2/3 mark, Tony.
1, 2, and Rude very close to making it 2-9. Ravishing Rick Rude leads us 1-9 in this Iron Man challenge for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. Go. Rude hooks Dustin again, snaps him over one more time. Two count. And again, Dustin gets out. Boy, Dustin continues to come back here.
Rude needs to go for the Rude Awakening again.
You're right.
He can get ahead 2-0 if he gets it on.
I agree.
It worked once, it'll work again.
And now may be the right moment.
No, he's going suplex again.
Doing a lot of showboating too. He's really
taking too much time.
Yeah, but he's really close to the rope there.
10 minutes remaining in the Iron Man
Dustin
challenge with Rude ahead 1-0.
Got him over. Covers 1, 2. Oh my.
And a kick to the face and another one by Dustin Rhodes. Watch the fist.
Go. Watch the turnbuckle. And he did. Head first to it.
Stay out of the tights.
Stay out of the tights, the warning for the referee.
2. He's up.
Now, Rude. Slowly climbing to the top. Dustin's up, and Dustin doesn't see him. Dustin goes down again. Well, the Pitfall's live TV. And Dustin pulls himself up. Rude now. Oh, he's just pushing Dustin back down.
Rude's trying to insult him here, and I don't think that's the right time to be doing this, Tony. He should be ahead 2-0 before he worries about that. Whoa, and he drags his face along that top rope.
And I would agree, Jesse, this is probably not a wise tactic.
He's only ahead 1-0. I realize egos are involved here, but if he needs to be ahead 2 or 3-0 before he starts using that stuff. But maybe it's a psych out move. Who am I to say? He's still winning. He's still got time to pose.
Rude.
Wasn't that awful when Dustin was doing that earlier?
It was different. Reverse chinlock is applied, and once again, I'd ask the question, Jesse, is he going to put in the deep freeze or try to win? And I really think he's putting in the deep freeze right here.
He appears to be. He's going after these holds that takes Dustin Rhodes a while to get out of. Well, you know, he knows better than anyone, Ravishing Rick Rude, how he feels in the match and how he feels the match is going.
Maybe for Ravishing Rick Rude, yes, he wants to be the U.S. champion, but he wants Dustin as much. And just as long as Dustin doesn't win it either, maybe Rude is, I don't know. I don't know what the strategy is. Dustin's got to get 2 to win it.
Sleeper. And if he knocks him out and goes ahead 2-0, Tony, he can just sit back and let him sleep.
That's right.
And the clock will keep running. And Dustin don't have no alarm. And don't you think about being one.
Forget it. I'm not going in there to wake him up.
If he knocks him out, he could be out for 5 minutes. Rude will waltz away with it. And look at the eyes on Dustin Rhodes. They're rolling back in his head, Tony. He's going to dreamland. Ravishing Rick Rude's knocking him out. There's one. There's two. Oh, the hand's still up.
Dustin. Boy, you talk about desire and determination. In short, guts. And not only that, conditioning. Rude is really clamping it on, too.
And it's 1-0 Rude. And Dustin Rhodes needs to score 2 to win the title.
I think he's out.
And the clock is running out on him, Tony.
I think he's out.
One more, and he's ahead 2-0. Yes.
No.
Oh, come on. The hand touched the mat. That's 3 in a row.
That's a referee.
That's bull.
That's a referee's decision. And
It should be 2-0 Rude. The hand touched the mat on the third one.
That is a referee's, and you
No,
know
it
that's
is
the rule.
not. The referee knows what to call. This bozo just don't want to call it.
Dustin getting back up from the sleeper hold. Oh, what determination this youngster is showing. The jawbreaker.
Rude needs to jump out of the ring right now, maybe. Now, Rhodes ain't up yet. If he can nail him, nail him. If not, get on the horse and run.
Dustin staggering around.
5 minutes remain. Rude retains the 1-0 advantage.
Well, under 5. Oh, Lord. I apologize for that.
What?
To the top of the head. I'm not going to even repeat what happened. Side of the head again. Blocked by Rude. Right hand again.
And that sleeper took its toll on Rhodes.
It really did.
He's not out of it yet. You know,
Now-
he's groggy.
Now may be the time for another Rude awakening, like we
Oh, I'd
talked about.
spin him around and give him one. If Rude goes ahead 2-0 right here, it's all over but the crying.
But once again, it's obvious the sleeper hold, the reverse chin locks have just been to put this thing into a deep freeze here. He feels 1-0 is enough.
It is enough if he can hold on to it.
And that's what's going on here now. Very methodical. Rick Rude. Dustin!
He spit on him.
You're right.
He spit on him, Tony.
You're right again. Oh, he goes, oh, Dustin's outside. He can't even stand up. The youngster trying to fight back. Rude taunting him.
Whoa. You know what that was, Tony? The farmer's handkerchief. That's how the farmers do it, because they ain't got handkerchiefs out in the field.
Oh, Jesse, shut up. Right hand.
Don't you tell me to shut up.
I had to.
I'm
right there.
educating people.
Oh. Again.
Look at Rude. He's ducking and measuring. Oh, he bulldogged him.
He got 1, 2, 3.
It's 1-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dustin Rhodes picks up a pin. It is now 1-1 with less than 3 minutes remaining.
Wow! Less than 3 minutes to go, and we're tied at 1-1. There you see it, as Dustin Rhodes has tied this up.
Well, Rude made a mistake, Tony. He should have gone for the Rude awakening when he had the chance to do it.
Can Dustin, can Rude, can either man walk away with the U.S. title? 1, 2, Rude's out at 2. Whoa, wow.
You know what the mistake was, Tony?
What?
Rude should have gone for the Rude awakening instead of the farmer's handkerchief.
I would agree with that one.
2 minutes.
2 minutes remain. 2 minutes.
Trying to pile driver. Yes, yes. But Rude may be too close to the ropes here, Jess.
Not yet, he ain't.
1, 2.
Now he is.
Yep. Positioning everything that time.
Rude had enough. He knew where the rope was. We're down to almost a minute and a half, Tony, and it's 1-1. We may not get a champion.
Oh! He connected. 1, 2. Rude's out of it. Rude's out in 2. And we are now down close to the very last minute of this Iron Man grueling challenge.
1 minute, Tony.
60 seconds.
Again. 1, 2.
And
no!
Rude kicks out again.
Somebody needs it badly here. Remember, if someone gets disqualified within the 45 seconds,
45 seconds.
then that counts as a decision. What a match. The
Sweeper. And he's got it right out in the middle. We're down to a half a minute,
30
Tony.
seconds remain.
Oh, and Rude with the chin breaker reverses it.
Rude trying to get to his feet. He's up.
20 seconds.
He's trying to get to the top. Can he get there in time?
15 seconds.
10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Come on.
2, 1.
It's all out of time.
We're out of time. 2 count. The match is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official decision, each wrestler scored 1 win. Therefore, no one gains the advantage. It is a time limit draw.
Dustin Rhodes looks at that belt.
Let's take a look at the first fall ravishing Rick Rude scored here, Tony. Earlier in the bout, boom, Rude hits the Rude Awakening. Rolls over on top right there. 1, 2, 3, and that put ravishing Rick Rude ahead 1-0. That lead held almost the entire matchup till right here. Dustin Rhodes catches Rude, wham, drives him head first with the Bulldog. Here's Dustin Rhodes' tying fall. 1, 2, and 3. There it's 1-1. The only pinfall scored. 1-1. We have no U.S. heavyweight champion, Tony Schiavone.
So the controversy remains with Rude and with Dustin Rhodes. What an evening of wrestling we have had, and we still have our Power Bomb against Superpowers match and the NWA title still on the line.
That's right. Ric Flair goes after it for the unprecedented 10th time. Can he do it? I'm not sure.
Well, it all started, of course, at Super Brawl and the disagreement they had about Barry Windham winning the title, and as we said earlier, Flair trying to strap it on Barry Windham. Then we went to the Clash of the Champions, as we're going to show you in just a minute, when Flair and Arn were going after the World Tag Team Championship, and Barry Windham got involved in that match, as a matter of fact, caused the ending of that match. And then right after that, there was a dispute, we were both there, between Windham and Flair over a dressing room. The fight between those two started in the dressing room, went to the ring, and then later in the evening went to the parking lot. Let's take you back in time, show you what happened at the Clash, and then show you the fight that went from the ring to the parking lot between Flair and what? Between Flair
How do you
and
keep a straight face with an orange nose?
Let's take a look at the footage. Oh my goodness!
They're battling on the floor, Tony.
What a fight we've got going on here with Flair and Barry Windham. And we are just about out of time. People are everywhere.
Barry Windham, NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, the former champion, are gonna get it on Worldwide this week here at WCW. And you can see the Nature Boy going strong with the chops. Here comes Windham firing back. They're going toe-to-toe. Windham has knocked Flair down. Flair now on top, hammering Barry Windham. There's security guards. This is unsanctioned.
All right, come on, guys. Wait a minute. There's nobody in here. Where are they? Where? Over here, Jackie. This way, this way.
Get outside, Tony.
Oh my. Well, Jesse, you see the fight is continuing again.
That's Wyndham and Flair.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. It is set for one fall with a 1-hour time limit. Introducing first, the challenger from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 245 pounds. He is 9-time former World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
He won his first world title in Kansas City. And he's defeated the likes of Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, Ron Garvin, the late Kerry Von Erich, Ricky Steamboat, all champions who have fallen to the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
He's beaten just about everybody you can beat.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Sweetwater, Texas, weighing 278 pounds, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Barry Windham.
The Lone Wolf, Barry Windham. And Ric Flair set to get it on. For the NWA Heavyweight Championship. 1 hour, 60-minute time limit. Windham defeated the Great Muta to become the NWA champion back at Super Brawl. We had for you back in February. Successfully defended the title against Arn Anderson at Slamboree. But now it's a fight not only for the NWA title, but it certainly is the most important battle of Barry Windham's career.
Absolutely, he's facing the man that I really believe he maybe didn't want to have to face, and that is the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. And who knows, Tony, this could be the last hurrah for Flair. If he don't beat Windham, where does he go now?
There you see it with Barry Windham's name on it. The belt says very simply, World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. 10 times the man? Well, we'll find out. Bell sounds, and Flair, talking to Flair today, he was in a tremendous mood, Jess. Into the midsection, Windham wasting no time. Chop to the chest, and again. Windham absorbing the blows by Flair. Flair sends Windham in, and down goes Nature Boy Ric Flair. And I say that Flair was in a good mood because usually, and I've seen Flair before big matches, he's very serious. But he was feeling good in the locker room today. He was cutting up. He was having a good time with many of the fans that he had in the back and many of his friends.
He's a veteran, Tony, and you know he's been there 9 other times before. Nothing's going to surprise him. I'd say the pressure's more on Windham than it is on the Nature Boy. It's Windham who has to prove himself to be the man. He's got to beat the man. Even though he's the champion, he's got to beat the man.
Another man in that long list of title wins for Flair is the man we'll see next is Sting. Flair sending Windham on the outside. Boy, Windham is determined to dictate the pace of this match, isn't he, Jess?
Well, he's the champion. And Windham has the advantage of being champion. He can be disqualified, not lose the title. He can be counted out and not lose the title. The only place he can lose it is for the Nature Boy to beat him right in the middle. Whoa, big shoulder by Barry Windham.
Look at Windham. Sending Flair in.
Whoa, and Flair all the way to the floor. Normally the Nature Boy sometimes can catch himself on the apron. Not that time. All the way out to the floor.
Flair back up. There you see Wyndham circling in behind us. Stalking Ric Flair. Boy, that was a quick clothesline.
And I'll tell you what, Tony, Wyndham's pulling out no stops. He's going out to the floor when he has to. He's being very aggressive as the champion. He's not fighting defensively, which may be to his advantage.
Yeah, you're right. And he hooks Flair. Flair may be in trouble. I don't think Flair expected this onslaught this quickly. Wyndham, like we said, wanted to dictate the pace, and he has done that so far in this match. Ric Flair trying to become a champion again. Big chop.
Look at that. Whoa, and Wyndham, and Flair went to the eyes. Wyndham withstood the chop, and the Nature Boy knew that wasn't working.
Shoulder block. Wyndham, bigger of the two, got the advantage there. Flair with a sleeper hold.
Awful early to hook the sleeper.
Give it a shot, Jess. Oh, Flair hit hard to the top turnbuckle and goes face first. As you take a look at a clean-shaven Lone Wolf Barry Windham going after the former champion again.
Oh, wham, did he catch the Nature Boy.
The crucifix type maneuver. This was always a stigma for Barry Windham. Yes, he's the champion, as people would say. But what has the Lone Wolf done against the Nature Boy? We're
That's
finding
right.
that right here.
You know, as I said at the outset, Tony.
1, 2, no.
As I said at the outset, I think the pressure's on Wyndham, even though he's the champion, because you hit the nail on the head, Tony. Everyone recognizes everything Barry Windham's accomplished, but he has not beaten the Nature Boy. And he wants to be the man.
Well, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
I said that earlier.
Into the midsection. You did?
But then again, you always repeat me, just like when I say ain't.
Big clothesline by the Lone Wolf. Wyndham looking at the referee, says make the count. We're right at it, and it's a Noah 2.
Kind of a sloppy cover by Wyndham. He's being a little cocky.
Wyndham. Boy, he's having problems with Randy Anderson.
And he walked into a right hand.
Flair caught him. And caught him again. Ric Flair, 1, 2. Nope. Knife edge by Barry, and Flair returns fire. One of his trademarks.
And the big chops by the Nature Boy. Putting the champion down.
Flair ducks low.
Whoa.
That time Wyndham tried to send Flair's head first, but it was Wyndham that went on the outside. And now the fight's on the floor.
And this is to Barry Windham's advantage.
Wyndham stalking Flair again. He feels that he is in command of this match, and he's obviously right.
Barry going up to the second rope. Measuring the Nature Boy with right hands.
Flair hangs on for an inverted atomic drop. Wyndham just trying to roll away here, but Flair stays on top of you now. Now the Nature Boy. Snapmares Wyndham over. Here goes Flair. Oh yeah, on target again.
Drives the knee in.
We talked about the many trademarks of Flair. The backhanded chops. The endurance. But another one is that driving that knee right down on the head, the upper body of his opponent.
Like he's trying to get Wyndham suplex, he can't do it. Whoa, Barry's got him up on the top.
He's going to try to suplex or superplex him here. There you go.
He's got to hurt him a lot, though, before you try this. Has he hurt him enough?
Well, I don't know, but Flair, they're both up.
Whoa, he got it. And that hurt Barry, too. Look at Barry Windham. I mean, he came down off the top rope, too.
Hurt his back. And it's a move that Wyndham has used to win many matches, but he's not able to make a cover right here.
He's got Nature Boy withering in pain on the mat. Barry Windham now going up to the top. Missed it!
Oh my! And you are seeing two veterans. Two men who are giving it their all in what is a tremendous NWA title match as part of Beach Blast. Flair, Wyndham trying to make a cover here. It is 1, 2, and it was an easy kick out that time for Flair because Wyndham only got a hand on it. Rolls up, Barry went on, 2, no. That was close. Big chop.
Right hand. Wyndham firing back. They're exchanging on each other. Wyndham coming out of the corner. The stronger of the two.
Flair again upside down. Now up on top. Flying body press. Wyndham rolled him up. 1, 2. No. No, sir. Ooh, that was close.
Well, you know the one thing about Barry Windham, he knows a lot of the Nature Boy's moves.
That's right. That's a good point.
Both men going down hard with that shoulder.
Now both men back up. Flair elevates Wyndham for a belly to back.
And he hits it. Look at Flair. Flair's in pain delivering his own suplex.
Yeah, like we saw earlier on, the superplex. Oh, Flair's going for the knee. He's going for the knee. He's going for the figure 4.
He's trying to hook it.
And
Wyndham gets to the ropes.
Wyndham rolled out of it. A great defensive move by Wyndham.
As I said, he knows Flair's tendencies. And Flair going after the leg. Wyndham with a kickoff.
Wyndham wrestling a defensive match now. He's just trying to keep Flair away from it.
Oh, and Flair with another kick to the side. He's going for the figure 4. He's got it hooked. And he's got it hooked in the middle, Tony.
Fans erupt. He pinned him with it. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ric Flair is a champion again.
the winner of the match, and for the 10th time, he's the new World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
There he is. He is the man again. Wyndham and his shoulders to the mat for a 3 count. And that's how quickly things can change in this great sport. It shocked us all that it happened like that, but nonetheless, Ric Flair is the NWA Heavyweight Champion. Flair is making his way to ringside. He'll be talking with Jesse Ventura. As you take a look at this tremendous crowd on hand. All right, there he is with Jess. Jess?
Nature Boy, I'll tell you what, I had my doubts. I didn't think it could be done 10 times, but you proved me wrong. And you proved, like I think George Foreman proved to a lot of people, that you get better with age. 10 times Nature Boy Ric Flair, World Heavyweight Champion.
And most importantly, I beat a great champion in Barry Windham. But now, as they say, it's time to style and profile. It's time, once again, to look at every wrestler in the world today and say, guess what? I'm back. Baby, read what you want to read, believe what you want to believe, but go to bed every night of your life knowing there's only one World Heavyweight Champion today, and it's the Nature Boy. So, whether it be babies, adolescents, teenagers, yuppies, or the old, whatever it is that makes me get up and go, someone like Big Van Vader, Barry Windham, Rick Rude, Steamboat, line up. I live and die for this, and I live and die for someone to prove that to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Woo.
Well, there you got it, Tony Schiavone. Let's go now to Eric Bischoff and Missy Hyatt standing by.
Well, thanks, Jesse, and he'll be styling and profiling tonight as a 10-time NWA champion, but it's time to shift gears. It's the masters of the powerbomb, Big Van Vader and Sid Vicious, to step into the ring with a superpower. Sting and Davey Boy Smith, what's on your mind, miss?
There's no doubt in my mind that Big Van Vader and Sid Vicious are gonna stomp the pants off their Mr. Sting and Davey Boy.
It remains to be seen, but it won't take much longer. Let's get down to the ring to Gary Michael Capetta.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the feature confrontation of Beach Blast. Tag team action, introducing first, the Masters of the Powerbomb. First, accompanied by former heavyweight champion Harley Race. He's from the Rocky Mountains, weighing 450 pounds. WCW champion, Big Van Vader. And ladies and gentlemen, accompanied by Colonel Rob Parker, 325 pounds, from Memphis, Tennessee, Sid Vicious.
Well, as we go to the feature event for Beach Blast, Jesse, you've said it before, maybe the most awesome tag team this sport has ever seen, the Masters of the Powerbomb.
There they are, Tony, as big as can be. Let's go back to Gary Michael Kopetsky and hear who the opponents are.
And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents, introducing first, from Venice Beach, California, weighing 251 pounds, Smith, the British Bulldog.
The WCW Superpowers. Look at that. The red, white, and blue of the United States. The Union Jack of Great Britain together. And the Superpowers are here. And we are expecting a collision at Beach Blast.
England and America have been allies for many, many years.
They look great. And there you see the fans. The much anticipated match is here for Beach Blast. All right, Jesse. Power against power. Power bombs against superpowers. Four men who know each other quite well. Sting certainly has had many matches against Van Vader. The Great American Bash of '92 when Vader became world champion. Starrcade '92 when Sting became the King of Cable. The White Castle of Fear Super Brawl of '93 and that big leather strap match that Vader won, the most brutal match I've ever seen in my entire life. As you take a good look at the most popular athlete WCW's ever seen in the British Bulldog, a man who came close to defeating Vader for the world title in our last pay-per-view Slamboree. But now it's going to be Sting and Sid Vicious. Yes, sir.
I was interested to see who would start on both teams. And look at the size of Sid. I mean, Stinger's 6'4".
Oh!
And Stinger opening up on Big Sid with a series of right hands. Reversal by Vicious. Oh, and Stinger drives him into the mat. And the man who rules the world.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, my!
I'll tell you what, Stinger gave him everything he had, and the man who rules the world recovered, picked him up with one hand, and slammed him into the mat, Tony.
Sid Vicious. Wrong corner for Sting to be in.
You can hear Harley Race over here growling something at me, Tony. I couldn't catch all of it. And they said it would be a war, and we're getting all four of them in there.
Yep. Sting and Davey Boy! It is deafening in here. There's the WCW champion Vader.
The crowd is going crazy. I can't even hear myself, let alone you, Tony. Not that I want to hear you.
Sting meets Sid Vicious. And Sid Vicious takes the low road again. Tag on one end, the British Bulldog in. The Bulldog has said that he wants one more shot at Van Vader's WCW title.
Look at Vader posing a little bit. You know, Vader is like a big gorilla in there.
Power against power here, Jess, as they hook him up. Oh, that's where you don't want to be against Van Vader.
Look at Vader throwing those forearms in. The British Bulldog trying to cover up. Vader pounding him down in the corner.
And Sid Vicious got a kick in for good measure there. Big clothesline from Vader.
And Vader right now with the upper hand on the British Bulldog. Headbutts him and drops him again.
Who's the heavyweight champion of the world is what he said, and Flair thinks he is. Being the NWA champ, Vader the WCW champ. Pick up.
No!
Davey Boy Smith. He's gonna try to hoist.
I can't believe he got him up.
Oh my!
Whoa! And you can feel that all the way to New Orleans.
Big kick out. Whoa! Oh my goodness!
Vader caught him coming in.
Incredible series right there of that big hold. Pick up by Davey Boy. And then Vader with a Vader bomb. Out of the ropes. A warning from Nick Patrick about the elbow maybe being close to being a low blow.
And Harley and the Colonel are outside, ecstatic outside the ring.
And they should be. Vader. And Sid Vicious, the master's going to work now.
And this is what Davey Boy can't afford to have happen. Whoa! Look at that, he gets caught. Wham, and then walks headfirst into Sid's size 17.
What a night of action we have seen, and what a way to cap it off. A match that so far in the opening moments has been everything we thought it would be and more. And now, big Sid Vicious stepping on the throat of the British Bulldog. Got a handful of cornrows now. Yep, they're packed in here. We are right along the beach in Biloxi. Nope. Sid Vicious stepped on Davey Boy Smith, getting him out of the way.
And here's where the advantage comes to Vader and Vicious. They're tagging often. They're keeping it, whoa, a fresh man in the ring. And this is what Davey Boy and Sting can't afford to have happen.
Oh, Vader yanks the headset off. And here, look at this. Got into a little extra fight there. And the tempers are really flaring in this match. Davey Boy Smith.
And the headgear is gone now off Vader. Look at that pretty face, Tony, when it comes out from behind that headgear.
Big Van Vader after Davey Boy Smith again. Sends him into the left side. Davey Boy trying to sunset flip. No!
Whoa! And in desperation, Davey Boy out of the way, but Vader follows him with a big elbow to the small of the back.
Wow, I think all Davey Boy fans worldwide breathed a sigh of relief when he moved out of that sit-out.
Look at that.
Great teamwork here. Masters of the power bomb.
Vader holds Smith. Big Sid comes off the ropes on him. You can hear the Colonel's over your shoulder, Tony, giving you hell.
He's calling Davey Boy a coward yellow belly. And I don't agree with that at all, and I don't think you would either. Davey Boy has taken quite a beating. And the fans said, get up! Get up! Beach Blast, the main event. One half of the superpowers getting to his feet. He gets a blow in, and he picks up Sid Vicious.
He slams Big Sid, but he hurt his back.
Sid rolled out of that one, and here comes the man again. Vader.
Look at Race on the apron.
Referee sending Vicious out.
Oh, he hit Harley.
Davey Boy needs a tag.
He got it.
He got it.
The Stinger. And Stinger with lefts and rights to the head of Big Van Vader. He's got Sid in the ropes. Drop kick.
Sting literally cleaning house here. Vader holds his ground. Sting moved out of the way, but he got, he got nailed by Sid Vicious. It staggered him, and then he was decapitated.
Well, he made the mistake of turning and headed to the wrong corner, and he walked right into Vicious, who nailed him, and then Vader followed up, as you said, Tony, and almost decapitated the Stinger.
We often wondered, in leading up to this big match, Jesse, what the Masters of the Powerbomb had in mind for the Superpowers. In fact, were they out to win this match, or were they out to destroy this phenomenal team? These two immensely popular athletes who are gentlemen, who are... What?
You think right now Stinger's wishing he took those plane tickets?
No, I don't.
You don't? I mean, he could have saved himself all this aggravation and pain, Tony.
You see the gouge from Sid Vicious. Oh,
Big
right.
boot by Sid, right in front of us, Tony.
Right to the
Sweat
wrist.
sprayed all over your orange nose. I just figured it out, Tony. You're painting your face because you like the Stinger.
Well, maybe that's the reason. But right now, Stinger's in major trouble. Caught in the powerbomb corner. Meanwhile,
and Big Vader.
the Colonel and Harley Race doing a lot of congratulating on the outside. Vader, look at this.
Look at Stinger trying to cover up. He's taking some of those blows on the forearms, but ooh, that one got in. Vader with those big ham hocks. Nobody throws a harder forearm than WCW champ Big Van Vader.
You're exactly right.
Look at this, Vader going up the rope. Ooh.
Vader feeling good now. And once again, I have to wonder. They have hit Sting with everything, but have not tried to pin him here.
They're trying to destroy, look at this.
Trying to destroy him, you're
They're
right.
trying to destroy him. They promised him that. They said they weren't out to win the match. They were out to hurt him. Look at this. Vader gonna suplex him off the rope. Stinger fighting back with right hands. Look at him hammering Vader. He bit him. He's biting him, Tony.
Sting, though, needs to get over to tag in Davey Boy Smith. Oh, 450 plus behind an elbow.
Look at the face paint on the Stingers hanging all over the ring. You can see Big Sid measuring him. Whoa, the kick is good, a 47-yard field goal.
getting behind the Stinger. Nick Patrick just said, do you want to stop? Sting shook him off. He's ready to go still. Can you believe it? How much more can he take?
Body slam.
I mean, I've seen him take punishment before, but I've never seen Sting. He got out of the way. I've never seen Sting take punishment from two guys the size of Vader.
And Stinger's almost there, Tony.
Sid Vicious.
Can he make the tag? Davey Boy, yes! A fresh Davey Boy Smith finally knocks Big Sid off his feet. Oh, but he ran into the boot. Every time Sting and Davey Boy seem to get it going, the two big masters of the powerbomb seem just too big and strong, Tony. What do you think?
You're right. They seem just to have too much mass, too much size here.
Oh. Wham.
Vader put him back. Covers it. 1, 2.
No. Vader better watch out. You can't paw a referee like that.
Vader.
And look at the Vader fans outside the ring. A whole group of them right behind Race. It's over, I think, Tony. It would have been over, but Stinger made a save.
Sid Vicious takes care of Sting. And what a move by Vader.
Unbelievable move by Vader. And he's going up for it again, I think, Tony. He would have had the pinfall last time. He's going to the top this time.
Oh my goodness!
Unbelievable!
A moonsault!
And Stinger saved the day. Vader had the match won. No doubt about it, Tony.
You're right.
He had the match won.
With an incredible,
A
unbelievable...
moonsault on the top rope. 450 pounds.
That's unbelievable. Vader. Davey Boy. He's got him. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, the team of the British Bulldog and Sting!
Can you believe what we've just seen? A 450-pound man doing a moonsault. Then getting saved. And then the 1, 2, 3, Jesse Ventura.
Let's go back to replay. I believe we've got it on videotape. There's the moonsault. Look at this. Unreal. A full flip off the top rope by Big Van Vader. He'd have won the match, but here comes the Stinger over the top. Wham, he nails Vader. And an unbelievable save. Here's Vader missing the clothesline. Davey Boy up to the top with a crucifix move. Overbalances Vader, swings it back, gets the shoulders down. 1, 2, 3, and Smith and Sting win it in a major upset.
They are still on their feet here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum as the Masters of the Powerbomb are still here. Whoa, that was a breathtaking match.
Watch out, Tony.
I believe anything you say, I believe it. You're the man. Doug, get him out of here. You want to stand up here with me?
I'm here with you, Tony.
Wow. What a night of action, fans, that we've had at Beach Blast. There you go. Stand up here. Big Van Vader said he didn't beat me. He destroyed some chairs, hit some people. And we will see you at our next pay-per-view. It's going to be Fall Brawl. September 19th, a Sunday night, War Games, the match beyond, 2 rings and close in the cage. It is going to be incredible, Jeff.
It's far from over, Tony. I got a little bit of voice left, but not much. I better pick up my 4 girls and head back to New Orleans, don't you think?
Good work, big guy.
What a brawl that'll be.
See you, everybody.